Hi all. This video will be covering the Himalayan mountains of the physical features of India, which we started yesterday. So first of all, we should know what is the meaning of physiography. Physiography किसे कहते हैं? Physiography of an area is the outcome of structure, process and a stage of development. मतलब किसी तरह का हमारा कैसा लैंड है, उसकी क्या डिस्टिंक्टिव फीचर्स है, उसको हम फिजियोग्राफी बोलते हैं। और जैसे जैसे उस फीचर्स में डेवलपमेंट आते जाते हैं, स्टेजेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट आते जाते हैं, जैसे कल हमने बात किया था ये वाला पार्ट जो पेनिनसुलर पार्ट है, कैसे ये एक लार्ज लैंड मास से गोंडवाना लैंड से अलग होकर यूरेशिया वाला जो पार्ट था इसके ऊपर वाला, इसमें आके मर्ज हुआ और फिर जाके हमें ये स्ट्रक्चर इंडिया का जो मैप पे दिख रहा है आपको वो देखने को मिला। सो first of all, we should understand that the whole landmass was called Pangaea. Then Pangaea was a very big landmass, and after that it got separated into Eurasia and Gondwana land. Later on, uh, some land pieces started separating from Gondwana land, and uh, it moves towards the north in northern hemisphere and get attached with this part, and then it all started forming the real frontiers of India. एक्चुअल में ये होता इसलिए है क्योंकि टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स जो होता है वो हमेशा दे ऑलवेज कीप ऑन मूविंग। तो अभी भी कहा जाता है कि जो पेनिनसुलर पार्ट है वो तो हमारा स्टेबल है, दिस पार्ट ये काफ़ी एंशियंट लैंड मास है गोंडवाना लैंड का, ये स्टेबल है, यहाँ पर मूवमेंट नहीं होता है। लेकिन जो यहाँ पर आके ये बाउंड्री पे, ये बाउंड्री जो दिख रहा है आपको, ये बाउंड्री पे आकर मिला यूरेशिया लैंड मास से, तो यहाँ पे फोल्ड माउंटेन्स क्रिएट हुआ। जब एक कंटिनेंटल फोर्स इधर से आ रहा है, एक कंटिनेंटल फोर्स इधर से आ रहा है, दोनों आपस को सप्रेस करेंगे, प्रेस करेंगे, तो फोल्डिंग होगा। और फोल्डिंग जब हुआ तो यहाँ पे पहले एक टेथिस सी बोला जाता था, देयर वाज अ टेथिस सी which was having some kind of deposits in terms of sediments. But when these two land masses started colliding, the whole sediments got deposited and in the form of Himalayas, which we see today. And it is still very young in its youthful stage, having fast flowing rivers with various landforms like gorges, V-shaped valleys, rapids, waterfalls, etc. तो ये वाला जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो थोड़ा स्टेबल नहीं है, लेकिन जो पेनिनसुलर पार्ट है इंडिया का वो काफ़ी स्टेबल है, रिजिड है, और आगे भी हम उसको देखेंगे। तो अभी स्टार्ट करते हैं हिमालयन माउंटेन्स। Himalayan mountains are basically situated in north of India. You can see here, this is the north of India. Then it is also moving towards the northeast part. And we have also Himalayan mountains here in the form of Purvanchal, that is called Northeast Himalayas. The Himalayas consists of a series of parallel mountain ranges. If you see like this is a like this structure. One mountain range, second mountain range, then third mountain range. So it is in the form of parallel but asymmetrical. ये symmetrical नहीं है. These are asymmetrical. If you go from north towards the east, you will find that the Himalayas, geologically young and structurally fold mountains, stretch over the northern borders of India. The Himalayas represent the loftiest and one of the most rugged mountains barriers of the world. They form an arc of 2400 kilometer. So this is talking about this arc which is getting formed in the shape of this. So it is having an arc which is of length of 2400 kilometer, and its width varies from 400 kilometer in Kashmir to 150 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. So its width is generally greater at this place, Kashmir region and Himachal region and all. And width is very small here, northeastern part. Apart from this, there are further ranges, some of the important ranges, and the Greater Himalayan Range, which includes the Great Himalayas and the Sivaliks. So if you see here, let me erase this. If you see here this part consists of Great Himalayan Ranges, which is also known as Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. It is the most continuous range consisting of the loftiest peak. Here we can see this ranges has the loftiest peaks in it. Then we move towards the next slide. Here we see that the fold of the Great Himalayas are asymmetrical in nature. That's true. The fold is asymmetrical in nature. The core of this part of Himalayas is composed of granite. So granite is a type of igneous rock. If you have any idea about igneous rock, you will study later on the types of rock found in India, igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic, and how they are formed. But for this present slide or this present chapter, just you have to remember that this Himalayas is mainly composed of granite. Apart from this, range lying to the south of the Himadri forms the most rugged mountain system and known as Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. So हमने देखा कि ये वाला रेंज होता है ग्रेटर हिमालय था, इसके साउथ में जो रेंज है उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, उसे हम बोलते हैं सिवालिक्स, सॉरी हिमाचल्स और लेसर हिमालयस. Or these ranges are mainly composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. The altitude varies between 3700 and 4500 meters. Apart from this, here Pir Panjal range you can find, which forms the longest and the most important range. Most important range here, Pir Panjal range. We will move into the next slide where we'll see this range where it is situated. For now, you can just imagine this range is situated at this point, Pir Panjal range. The Dhauladhar and the Mahabharat ranges are also prominent ones. We will map these ranges in the upcoming slides. Here you can see that these ranges consist of the famous valley of Kashmir, the Kangra Valley, the Kullu Valley of Himachal Pradesh. You already know that Kullu Valley in Himachal Pradesh. And these particular areas are quite famous for their hill stations. So when you read history for UPSC, you will find that there was a commission held in Simla conference held in Simla. So why it was chosen as a destination for holding a conference? Because Britishers came from Mediterranean type of climate. And when they came to India, they found this place which is quite temperate zone. This is tropical zone and this is subtropical zone. So uh, when they uh, when they settled in India, उनको ऐसा लगा कि this place is very much suitable to their kind of condition, little but suitable. So they always wanted to settle here at this place. When we talk about Himalayan ranges are classified on the basis of different features. It can be classified on the basis of height ranges. It can be classified on the basis of different rivers bisecting. So we'll look into this in details when we will study of class 11th geography, the structure and physiography. For now, it is a class 9 geography, so we will not go into much details about that. The outermost range of the Himalayas is called the Sivaliks. Now, we have already talked about these two ranges. The first one was the Great Himalayan ranges, then it was Sivalik, and then it is it was second range was Himachal, and this was Sivalik. So These three ranges are the most prominent one for the Himalayas. You can also see the location of Mussoorie, Nainital, Ranikhet from your atlas and see where are these located. These all will be located in this zone only. Moving into the next slide. Here we can see different ranges. Karakoram range is situated in Trans Himalayas or Greater Himalayas. Then comes the Ladakh range, then Jaskar range, then Pir Panjal range, then Sivalik range, the last one we talked about. So this range is just not limited here. When I'm saying that Great Himalayan ranges is here, it's not like it is just limited to here. It is more or what situated Great Himalayan range like this, like this, like this. So when you touch this, it is not in India, but Mount Everest is situated somewhat here, and it is not in India, but it is a. You can say that it is a part of Great Himalayan range. When we talk about a different range, the Himachal range, then it is like this, height-wise. And when we talk about Himachal, then it is, sorry, Sivalik, then it is like this. So the ranges are coming from the north direction, sorry, from the west direction towards the east direction, and the general orientation in this region is southeast direction of the mountains, and general orientation of Himalayas in northeast is different from the region present here in the Kashmir. So in this India relief, you can find uh, these ranges, very important ranges. One of the important ranges is also Kailas range, which is situated somewhat here, from where many of the rivers is originated. For example, Indus is originated near here. The Brahmaputra is originated from here. When we will study the rivers, we will see in details how they are originating from this particular place. Also remember that the Himalayas are also classified on the basis of their area, their region, their origin. The Himachal and Uttarakhand Himalayas, then Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas, then Arunachal Himalayas, and then the eastern hills and the mountains. So meanwhile, we have studied that the Himalayan ranges, the different type of Himalayan ranges, which are the Greater Himalayan range, the Himachal range, the Sivalik range. Moving into the next slide. So the Sivalik range is just about 10 to 50 kilometer width and having an altitude between 900 to 1100 meters. So what we saw that the range of the Greater Himalayan range was very high and the average height was 6000 meters. But as we move towards the Himachal and Sivalik, what happened that the width of the mountains and the height, average height, even the average height of the mountain is going less. So these ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by the river. So most of the thing you will find here that most of the rivers is originated here. For example, Indus flows from here. Uh, sorry, Indus flows from like this. Indus flows like this, and Brahmaputra, it comes like this, and Ganga, you already know that it flows like this. So uh, if you observe this thing that this particular place, uh, Kailas range is having two of the major rivers origin. Also, these valleys are covered with thick gravel, and these sediments are generally deposited in this Sivalik ranges. The longitudinal valley lying between Lesser Himalayas and the Sivaliks are known as a dune. So you must have heard about Dehradun. What is a dune? Dune is a longitudinal valley lying between the Lesser Himalayas and the Sivaliks. So Lesser Himalayas we already studied. Uh, Lesser Himalayas was this, and Shivaliks is this. So between this uh, is the longitudinal valley called dunes, and dunes are situated here. Besides the longitudinal divisions, the Himalayas have been divided on the basis of regions from west to east. So this one I was talking about, uh, that on the basis of division on the basis of regions, Uttarakhand Himalayas, Kashmir Himalayas. Here we have Kashmir and Uttarakhand Himalayas, Himachals. Then we have Tibet Himalayas. Then we have moving towards this, we have different type of Sikkim Himalayas, Northeast Himalayas. So uh, the example, the part of Himalayas lying between the Indus and Satluj. So here it is talking about, it is talking about the land region between these two rivers, Indus and Satluj. Uh, so if we see here, the Indus and Satluj, Indus is like this, Satluj is like this one, not it is just a rough sketch. So between these two rivers lies the traditionally Punjab Himalayas. Uh, sorry, yes, the part of Himalayas lying between the Indus and Satluj has been traditionally known as Punjab Himalayas, but it is also known as Kashmir and Himachal Himalaya from west to east. The part of the Himalayas lying between the Satluj and Kali River is known as Kumayu Himalayas. So Kali River is situated nearby Uttarakhand. So again, between this and this will be the different Himalayas, that is called the Kumayu Himalayas. And then when we move about towards the Nepal Himalayas, we will have demarcate the Kali and Tista River. When you see this Kali River and Tista River is flows from here. So between these 2 points is the Nepal Himalayas, and these are the regions also known in these broad categories. So just एक नेम दे दिया है यहाँ पे, आप देखो तो कि कौन से दो रिवर के बीच में कौन से हिमालयस को क्लासिफाई कर दिया गया ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर फिजियोग्राफी, basis of their location, basis of how rivers are flowing through it. The Brahmaputra marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalayas. You already know that the eastern Brahmaputra ऐसे निकलती है and it comes like this. So ये ईस्टर्न मोस्ट बाउंड्री ऑफ द हिमालयस, ये अरुणाचल प्रदेश का जो ईस्टर्न मोस्ट बाउंड्री है उसको टच करती है. ये ऑल्सो नोन एज पूर्वांचल और द ईस्टर्न हिमालयस. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstone. So sandstone is a type of sedimentary rocks. जहाँ जहाँ रिवर रहेगी वहाँ वहाँ सेडिमेंट्स होंगे और सेडिमेंट से ही बनेगा आपका सेडिमेंट्री रॉक. सो दिस थिंग्स यू कैन मेमोराइज. ऑलरेडी यू आर एस्पिरेंट ऑफ सिविल सर्विसेज, आपको ये चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए. लेटर ऑन जब हम फिजियोग्राफी पढ़ेंगे, फिजिकल वाली किताब पढ़ेंगे ज्योग्राफी की, तो उसमें हम डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ रॉक्स पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें ज़्यादा क्लियर होता है. Covered with dense forest, these mostly run as parallel ranges and valleys, and the Purvanchal comprises the Patkai, Naga, and the Manipur hills. So there are many hills situated in this region. Many hills situated in this region. In Meghalaya, there are hills, Kashis, and there. In the Manipur, it is hill. It is Arunachal Pradesh. There is Patkai. So many hills are situated here. So we will study them on the later slides, and we will cover uh, different forms of physiography in details. But as for now, this is the basic crux of the Himalayan mountains which we presented here. Now we will try to cover the northern plains, which is also one of the important physiography. लेकिन ये क्लास 9 की जो किताब है ज्योग्राफी की, उसमें ज़्यादा डिटेल्स में चीज़ें नहीं दी गई है. जब आप क्लास 11th में पढ़ोगे एनसीईआरटी ज्योग्राफी की, तो उसमें काफ़ी डिटेल्स में चीज़ें दी गई हैं कि कैसे ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रीजन हिमालयस को क्लासिफाई किया गया है. जो मैंने आपको बताया, कश्मीरी हिमालयाज हो या फिर आपका हिमाचल या उत्तराखंड हिमालय हो या फिर दार्जिलिंग एंड सिक्किम हिमालय हो या अरुणाचल हिमालयाज हो या फिर ईस्टर्न हिल्स एंड माउंटेन्स हो जो भी हमने देखा, मीजो हिल्स, पटकाई बम, नागा हिल्स, आपको पता ही होगा कि ये वाला जो रीजन है इंडिया का, वहाँ पे ये वाला रीजन पे पटकाई बम है, ये वाला रीजन पे आपका नागा हिल्स है, और ये वाला रीजन पे मीज़ो हिल्स है। यहाँ पे आपका गैरो हिल्स है, यहाँ पे आपका खासी हिल्स है, यहाँ पे जयंतिया हिल्स है, यहाँ पे डाफला हिल्स है। तो यहाँ पे एक नामचा बारवा पॉइंट है जहाँ से ब्रह्मपुत्र ऐसे आके इंडिया में एंटर करती। तो ये रीज़न काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है अगर आप इन्फॉर्मेंट पर्सपेक्टिव से भी पढ़ोगे यूपीएससी को या फिर डिफरेंट पीसीएस एग्जाम्स को। तो ये वाला रीज़न में आपको काफ़ी कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलता है और काफ़ी कुछ यहाँ से क्वेश्चन भी आते हैं। जब हम क्वेश्चंस करेंगे तो उसमें हम देखेंगे कि कैसे इनसे क्वेश्चन आते हैं। पर बेसिकली जो क्रक्स पॉइंट है उसको हम रिवाइज कर लेते हैं कि समरी क्या था। समरी यही था कि नॉर्थ और नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न माउंटेन्स हैं, हिमालयस, और काफ़ी यूथफुल स्टेज में है, अभी भी फॉर्मेशन जारी है, डेवलपमेंट का स्टेज जारी है। एंड स्टिल दिस लैंड इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ वेरी डाइवर्स इन इट नेचर, and it is the home for many origin of the great rivers like Indus, Brahmaputra, even Ganga, and many landform features are formed in these regions by rivers like gorges, V-shaped valleys, rapids, waterfalls. Apart from that, we also saw that the different ranges, the greater Himalayan ranges, then the lesser Himalayas, then the Shivaliks. We also saw some of the important ranges such as Ladakh, Jaskar ranges, Karakoram ranges. Uh, Apart from that, you know that uh, Mount Everest is situated here, which is not in India, and the highest peak of India is K2, which is situated here nearby Karakoram range. So, different type of facts also we are covering. Apart from that, we saw the length of the Great Himalayan Range, which was Central Axial Range, which was 2,500 kilometers from east to west. Also, we saw the different width. Exact fact याद रखना ज़रूरी नहीं है, लेकिन आपको ऐसे याद रखना है कि ग्रेटर हिमालयन रेंज में जो हाइट है रेंजेस की वो ज़्यादा होती है एज़ कम्पेयर टू लेसर और शिवालिक रेंजेस, और विड्थ भी जो होती है वो ज़्यादा होती है। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी सॉ द हिमालयन सब डिविजन्स ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रीजन्स, Kashmir, Himachal, Darjeeling, Sikkim, Arunachal, Eastern Hills and Mountains. Apart from that, one of the important thing which is grown in Kashmir Himalayas, anyone guess it? It is saffron, and it is a cultivation of saffron this in this region. In Jojila Pass is there in India. So here it is uh, very much cultivated. Jojila Pass is somewhat here. We have Lachala Pass here. Then we have Sipkila in Himachal Pradesh. So many of the passes also are in. These passes are nothing but they provide a passway, a gateway to enter the इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट। सो आज के लिए इतना काफ़ी होगा। नॉर्थ ईस्ट वाला जो रीजन है उसमें तो काफ़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन है। इसके अलावा डून्स एरिया, हाँ हमने देखा जो डून्स एरिया था वो ये वाले रीजन में काफ़ी प्रोमिनेंट था, शिवालिक वाले में, देहरादून, ये सब आपने सुना होगा, उत्तराखंड और हिमाचल वाला जो रीजन है, सॉरी। इसके अलावा नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हमने देखा कि कैसे दार्जिलिंग और सिक्किम हिमालय जो ये वाला पार्ट है अपना, वहाँ पे, और उसके बाद नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हमने डिफरेंट रेंजेस देखे। तो आज के लिए काफ़ी है इतना। कल हम नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स का समरी देखेंगे क्लास 9 ज्योग्राफी के पर्सपेक्टिव से। तो तब तक के लिए धन्यवाद, और ऐसे ही वीडियोज़ अगर आपको चाहिए तो कमेंट करते रहिए, लाइक करते रहिए, और बताइए मुझे कि कहाँ पे मैं गलती कर रहा हूँ, कहाँ में मैं आपकी और हेल्प कर सकता हूँ। इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस भी मैं पोस्ट कर दूँगा जल्दी। थैंक यू।